Welcome in, folks, to We Have the High Ground Shorts. I'll be your host today, Colin. Joining me, as always, are Soul and Bogz, where we are here to talk about what's going on in Star Wars. Short, sweet, and to the point. Let's get into it, guys. Cara Dune. What's going on? Bogz, what are you doing with Cara Dune if you're Lucasfilm?
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? So, like, either way, it's going to there'll be so much attention attached to it. You know, if you recast, imagine recasting now. People being linked like Brie Larson, I saw, and Lucy Lawless. You know, the old Xena warrior princess. So yeah, a bit of a kind of left turn. Casting decisions and stuff. But yeah, I'm not sure. You know, I'll be honest. I've said to you guys before, I really like Cara Dune in the series, especially specifically for the action stuff. Like, it's really like, if you watch The Mandalorian back, you can see it's not Ming-Na Wen. If you watch closely, you can see the stunt, the stunt double there, things like that. But with Cara Dune, you can see her taking punches. You can see her suplexing a guy to a table. That's really her doing it. So I'm annoyed that we're not going to get that anymore. Yeah, obviously it is, her own fault, of course. And, I was thinking, like, she's the lead in the biggest show in the world, in the biggest franchise of all time. You're going to get a whole new series. Just shut up. Just shut up and just leave it alone. Like, you're winning in life. Like she's beautiful. She's got this, like, everything. You got everything there. Like, just, you've been warned. Just leave it. Just leave Twitter. Whatever you have to do. But she's pushed it, and obviously she lost a job. Now she's ruined it for all of us, basically. So that was my issue. So now, like, we've all kind of lost out. So I'm a bit annoyed. So whether it's recast, I don't know. So I'm going to say no for now. I'm guessing they just write her out somehow. But I'm thinking, like, what are they going to do with the Rangers of the Republic? I presume she was going to be the lead in that.
Rangers, Bogz. It was multiple.
Rangers, yeah.
It was multiple. It was
right.
not just a Ranger in the New Republic.
Sure.
Soul, do you want to see new Rangers? I mean, Power Rangers. Pop, pop. Or do you want, I mean, come on now. We got Space Rangers. We got Buzz Lightyear. What are we talking about here? Do you want to see maybe the characters played by Dave Filoni and the other X-Wing pilots show up as the Rangers? What do you want to see this become?
Well, that's what I assumed Rangers of the New Republic was going to be those X-Wing pilots with possible Cara Dune coming in and out, kind of like as a series regular-ish, but not in every episode, kind of the same way that she was for The Mandalorian. But I can see them just rewriting a little bit, her not having to be in that show. We know season 3, that's going to deal with Darksaber and getting back to Mandalore, and it's going to be really more Bo-Katan and Din Djarin's season. So I have a cop-out answer, but right now, Star Wars and, like, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, they really don't need to do anything either way. They just not talk about her. She could still be alive, but not talk about her, not kill her off. Just figure it out and going forward. And if we do need someone like Cara Dune, maybe recast her in the future, but I don't see her having to have played a big role with the stories going forward. So I could just see them just be like, we're just not going to deal with it right now.
Absolutely. And I mean, I'm not doing, it's like, if you look at the room of people when spoiler alert for the season finale of The Mandalorian season 2, but in the room where it happened, to use a term from a famous musical, she's definitely the odd woman out, just the odd person out. And even speaking to the other Mandalorian in the room, played by Sasha Banks, who was along for the ride, even she's a Mandalorian, so she has more right to be there. Cara's just a friend of Din, so it's kind of like, oh, you're here for the muscle, right? And Ming-Na Wen's like, well, I kind of have a bit of a relationship, whatever. It's all, it's kind of, it's a bit wishy-washy. But she's not necessarily crucial to the story. So I hear what you're saying. So it kind of seems like the story has the potential to move on without her, and you don't even need her. It seems like they were making this show because of her, the Rangers of the New Republic. Did it just seem like there was an interest in what life is like at this time? I think that's a super interesting topic to talk about. Maybe I'd like to see Poe Dameron's parents, the start of them. I feel like that's a super cool thing to get into because they are crucial to the beginnings of the New Republic and informing the spirit of that, carrying on that rebellious spirit, but in how that translates into, like, well, how do we, run the galaxy now? And really, the way that Dave Filoni and those X-Wing pilots created that spirit, I mean, I'm all about it. Bogz, final thoughts on this topic? I mean, you want to kind of wrap it up? Like, what? we're all kind of indifferent. I think whether they handle it, whether they recast, whether they do, whether they don't bring her up again and they just do new people, I don't think we all care.
Yeah, it's I don't know, it's still too early, I think, right now, because yeah, it would seem weird. Like she's on that ship at the end, obviously season 3. Like, where does she go now? Like, how much time is going to pass in season 3 from that one? I presume it's not going to be like a Last Jedi thing where it starts the day after or the same day, like the minute after. I'm presuming the time will pass. But yeah, it's going to be weird, like, because she is like the female lead, but you can see quite an easy way to write her out of the story because she's not essential to the story currently, especially now with the Darksaber, the Mandalorian culture issue, whatever, with Grogu. So she's not absolutely essential. But yeah, it's a bit whether she will be cast or not, got no idea, to be honest. But yeah, definitely interesting thing moving forward.
So, final thoughts. What are we gonna do here? I mean, honestly, I don't think we need to do anything. We just wait and see what happens.
I think exactly. Wait and see what happens. We have strong females in it. It's not like we're taking the only female like lead and like saying bye. It's we have Bo-Katan, we have Sasha Banks' character, we have Ming-Na Wen. Hopefully, see her again in the Mandalorian. But I think we're gonna see even more Mandalorians going forward. I hope to see the armor again because she's a badass as well. And so, if it's about females being in Star Wars, I think we're gonna get that.
Well, folks, you heard it here. And from now on, you can catch those shorts right here, just like this one, on the Pop Culture Universe YouTube channel where you can find me, Soul, Bogz, all the time. For these two lovely folks, this has been the first edition of We Have the High Ground Shorts. And we'll catch you next time, folks. Bye.
Bye.